Hey everyone, this is Mr. Newman again. As you can see, I'm out again today. Hopefully I get better soon. But I thought I'd make you another video so that you can be able to know how to write body paragraphs for your argumentative essay today. So we're going to go through it a little bit. Just to review, in your blue packet, we have already, on Monday, you picked your topic and your claim. Most of you picked it. Your topic was the same thing as your ABC book. And then you had your claim, which was from your introduction in your ABC book. Yesterday, you worked on doing a hook, background information, and using your claim in your introduction paragraph. So today, we're going to be in page 3, working on here in our body paragraphs. All right? So let's get to it. One thing we need to know when we're doing our body paragraphs is we need to try to think of what they're going to be about. You've got your claim, hey, this thing's better than this, or whatever you're going to do. But now you have to have reasons as to why you're right. Reasons why your claim or opinion is correct. So here's kind of how these things relate to each other. Let's go back to the example we used the other day with Miss Chamberlain's guinea pigs essay and ABC book. So we talked about how her topic was guinea pigs. Her claim was guinea pigs are the best kind of pet. So now what you need to do is think about, okay, what are reasons that I can state for this claim? Well, if we look back at her writing, there are a couple reasons that we could make. She said that guinea pigs are small but snuggly. She also said guinea pigs have adorable habits. And she said that guinea pigs are cheaper to care for than other pets. These are all reasons why this claim is correct. So what you're going to do now is you're going to get your blue packet out, if you haven't already, and get to page 3 here. Write your claim in, like I have done, and then you need to think of 2 reasons. Okay? Let's actually, so I can show you, yesterday I was using the Civil War. So my claim was the Civil War was the most important conflict in American history. So that's my claim. You guys have your own claim. Then you got to think of reasons why your claim is correct. So for me, I'm thinking about, okay, why was the Civil War the most important conflict? Well, first, what I would say is that it helped keep the country together instead of splitting it into 2. Okay, so there's one reason. Another reason I'm thinking is it helped end slavery in the United States. So now what you need to do is you need to do your reasons right here in page 3. So you can pause this video for a sec if you need to, and then come back to me after you're done planning your own reasons. All right. So now that you're done planning your reasons, these are good because they're going to help you outline and write your body paragraphs. So like here, I have my 2 reasons. Now what I'm going to do is take reason 1 and put it here in body paragraph 1. All right? So let's talk about body paragraphs for a sec. So they have 4 parts that you need to know in order for your paragraphs to make sense and to be structured correctly. First thing you have is transition words. So while you're writing your 3 to 5 sentences in your paragraph, you need to use words that start the next sentence and trick your reader's brain into moving on to the next idea within your reason. And I'll show you some. The next thing is a topic sentence. So whatever your reason is, that's usually going to be the topic sentence in your body paragraph. So it should introduce the reason that the rest of the paragraph will focus on. Usually body paragraphs, because you're using your research sources, the online databases and all that info you used for your ABC book, because you're using other people's words, you're going to share information that strengthens your claim, strengthens that reason that you were just talking about. And how you do it is through an in-text citation. And I will totally show you how to use that. It's pretty easy, and there's even a button on Google Docs that'll do it for you. Then the next thing is you need explanations. So why does your source and your thoughts, why do those support your topic sentence in your claim? So that's what you need for body paragraphs. So what I'm going to do is show you a published example to show you key parts of a body paragraph. But this isn't going to make sense unless you see the introduction paragraph too. So I'll show you both. All right. So this is a legit actual research writing that someone wrote about their experiences at the Piggly Wiggly grocery store. So if we go back to our intro, right, you've got your hook here in red. You've got your background info, but then the main idea, what they're trying to say, what their claim is right here. So it says, working part-time at the Piggly Wiggly has given me a great opportunity to observe human behavior. Sometimes I think of the shoppers as white rats in a lab experiment, and the aisles as a maze designed by a psychologist. Whoa, that's a good hook, right? You're telling me that shoppers are like lab rats? Tell me more. I want to read that. So now we get into the background info. Most of the rats, customers I mean, follow a routine pattern, strolling up and down the aisles, checking through my chute, and then escaping through the exit hatch. But not everyone is so dependable. That gives more background info into why you said what you said with shoppers being like white rats. But now here comes the main idea that we're going to use in our body paragraph. My research has revealed 3 distinct types of abnormal customer: the amnesiac, the super shopper, and the dawdler. So in this person's writing, those reasons or ideas are right here. What they're saying is that there are 3 different types of people that come in to shop. And each one of these is going to get their own paragraph. Those are the reasons. So now that you have that context, let's go back into our body paragraph. So you've got that. Now we're going to identify the body paragraph parts. We're going to look at your transition words, a topic sentence, in-text citation, and explanation. Okay? So the reading says, the amnesiac stops his car in the loading zone, locks the keys inside, and tries to enter the store by crashing into the next exit door. So we know right then and there that the person's first going to talk about the amnesiac that they referenced in the introduction paragraph. After dusting himself off, he grabs a cart and begins hurtling down the aisles against the normal flow of traffic. He has, of course, left his shopping list at home. As doctors have noted, this kind of behavior is typical of people with amnesia, who often struggle to recall recent memories and tasks. Peterson says, when the amnesiac finally makes it to my register and starts unloading the cart, he suddenly remembers the jug of milk that brought him here in the first place. He then resumes his race around the store while the customers waiting in line began to grumble and tap their feet. Finally, when he returns to pay for the goods, the amnesiac discovers he has left his wallet at home. So you go from that intro talking about 3 different people and all the crazy things that are going on in the store to let's talk about this reason, this amnesiac. So let's highlight some parts so we can see. All right. I like looking at the topic sentence first, even though these transition words are highlighted first. So here's your topic sentence. This is what the paragraph is about. So the amnesiac is stopping their car and they're like going crazy, right? So here's the topic sentence. We're talking about an amnesiac, right? Then the next thing that we're going to have after that is an explanation. So in green, here's the explanation about the amnesiac and all they do, right? They dust themselves off. They go against the normal flow of traffic. They remember what they were supposed to be here about. All this stuff in green is the explanation for your topic sentence. So you've got that. Now the last 2 things in here are, of course, you've got, you need to make transition words, these things in red, so that you can move nicely from the topic sentence to your next sentence, your explanation or your source, or back to your explanation, those kinds of things. So you need to have transition words like after, then, when, all those kinds of things. Okay? And then the last thing is usually it's good to have a source or an in-text citation. So where did you get this information from? Because you're probably not the first one to have done all this research. So tell us where you got it. So that's where here in the blue, as doctors have noted, this kind of behavior is typical of people with amnesia who often struggle to recall recent memories and tasks. So you quote it to say, hey, I got this from somebody else. And then you give the name of the person who wrote it and put it in between parentheses. Pretty easy to do in text. Now what I'm going to do real quick, we're going to have a timeout, and I'm going to show you how to do this in Google Docs. Okay? So I did this on my Works Cited page from the ABC book just because I have all my citations. Okay? So let's say you're writing and you want to do an in-text citation. All you need to do is go back to Tools and back to Citations where you went to when you were trying to make your works cited into MLA format. And because it's saved, you should have every single one of your citations that you can scroll through right here on the right. So then whatever you wrote about, whatever you quoted, you need to find that cite that you used. So I just quickly wrote up a write-up on Hershey chocolate because we used that as one of our examples. And so here's my write-up, but I still have to tell them where I got this from. So you can just put the person's, whoever wrote it, their name in parentheses, but you also can come over here to citations, and you need to look for which citation this is referring to. So, here's my one about Hershey, and there's this button at the top right that says Cite. So if you hit Cite, insert in-text citation, and click on it, it does it for you. And so that's really helpful, and why I have you use Google Docs as well, because it can help you with in-text citations. All right. So we've identified our paragraph parts. Okay? Now it is your turn. You need to look at the table of transition words that's in your packet at the bottom of page 4. I'll show you where that is. This is what it looks like. So we're to page 3. We'll work on our body paragraph with all the different parts. And then down on page 4, here are some transition words you could use. But of course, you don't have to just stick to these. There are lots of transition words you could use. But what I would do is I'd look at each one of these and highlight or circle the ones you like and what you want to try using in your body paragraphs. So pause here again and highlight and circle those. And then when you're done, come back. Okay. So now it's your time to write. You have the rest of the period to write your body paragraph or paragraphs. Remember that what I said at the beginning is for a 3, all you have to do is have one body paragraph. You will learn how to do more paragraphs in ACE format in 8th grade, but for now, one body paragraph for a 3 is good. If you want to have more reasons and do more body paragraphs, you can to try for a 4, but you only need one for a 3. All right, so once you have that in your packet, then you can put that into your Google Docs, so you will have your introduction and a body paragraph written right there, and you're almost the whole way done. All right. Well, I hope that helped a lot. I wish I could be here with you to be able to help you guys out individually, but I hope the video helps. Of course, the sub can help you. You can also email me if you have any questions. Thanks, guys. Bye.